Alright, we're going to start closing out the Winter 2013 series here with a battle against Darkness. Now, this battle is a little bit interesting in that it's the only one where we intentionally use Team Preview. Now, Darky's pretty well versed in 5th, so he's well used to Team Preview. I, on the other hand, am not, other than the battle against Starmie. I think that might have actually been the first time I used Team Preview ever. So, we see Pangoro, Kangaskhan, Blaziken, Sylveon, Clawitzer, which I always call Clauncher, and Noivern. So 2 potential megas there. I guess worth noting, this is pre-bank, so this was not during the window, or this was during the window where those 2 megas were not considered uber by, I guess they were getting to be that way, but they weren't at the time anyway, so both those are potential megas. So anyway, some things that I noticed right off the gate because of Team Preview: nothing except Noivern is immune to Sticky Web, so it's a big Sticky Web weakness, and I also see probably no Spinner. I don't even think there's a Defogger over there. So, unless Noivern gets it, I'm not aware, which I don't think it does. Also, no grass types, nothing immune to Spore. So that means Color Man is going to be able to have a field day here. We're going to set up Sticky Web first and foremost. Takes a Aqua Pulse, sure that's what it's called. Not going to have Confusion Chance due to own tempo, of course. And I believe Clawitzer can have Aqua Jet, but they're predominantly special. So I'm just going to expect that he's not going to have it. And I'm just going to throw some Spore at someone. As I saw from that right there, I was faster, so Clawitzer is pretty slow, and of course this is max speed Smeargle, so something's gonna get slept, or at least something's gonna get its Slumberry blown away. Is this the third? This is either the third, or I think there's at least 3 times I faced Clawitzer in this series, but anyway. So in comes Sylveon to get put asleep. That's a pretty okay thing to get put asleep. I would like to be able to beat on it while it's not able to Wish Protect, etc. So he's just gonna go ahead and switch out. And Blaziken's going to come into Sticky Web, and it's going to Parting Shot. So that is the perfect 3-turn opening for Colorman. That's exactly what he is supposed to do. Set up Web, get something slept, and then Parting Shot out, and now this Blaziken is at -1, -1, -1 on all of its offensive stats, and that means someone's going to get to come in and do something cool. Thinking about who that wants to be. Vaporeon would be safest, certainly, and that's probably what I'm going to end up going into. Or what I'm thinking most about going into, just to threaten it out with Scald, of course, and be largely impervious to most of its hits, barring potentially T-Punch. However, because of the -1 speed, I'm actually just going to go into Gutsman and try to pop some nice dynamic punches on stuff. Nothing's really going to enjoy eating those either. So he's just going to withdraw back into Sylveon to take that, and once again, caught in the web, and see how much this D-Punch does almost half. I'm pretty satisfied with that. It's not going to be a 2-hit KO. I do have Bullet Punch. It has taken 1 turn of sleep, but we are going to be faster due to Web, so based on how much D-Punch did, unresisted, Stone Edge is going to be able to do enough to take it out from there. So cool. Sleep Fodder thing is now gone, so you know, maybe we can get something else asleep, since everything except this thing is going to be slower than Smeargle. So, however, this thing poses a bit of a problem. It's not going to be slower, and it's going to be faster than everything on the team, and I can definitely pack moves to kind of deal nice damage to everything depending on what we go into. So Vaporeon is supposed to be the special wall on the team, so it looks like that's probably who we're going to go into. It's got reliable recovery, all that good stuff. Shade Man honestly takes hits really well on the special side, more than he's supposed to probably, but I'm not going to trust him to live like a Meteor or something like that, so did I speed this up too fast? Because it looks like stuff's going way too quick. Anyway, so dodge a Meteor there, which is pretty awesome. Or no, dodge a Hurricane there, which is slightly less awesome, I guess, for me. Since Hurricane has that pretty good chance to miss anyway. What is it, 70%? So, we don't really have too much to do against this thing, honestly, except for Scald and hope for a burn. So it's not exactly advantageous too much. So, since in Gengaspawn, or actually I think he has 2. One's just Spawn, one's Gengaspawn. From, what is that game? Fighting Vipers. There we go. Anyway, so there's pretty much the perfect nickname for it. So, just get some damage off on it. Pretty fine with that. And we can go into Gliscor to take physical hits. It seems to be a decent option. We could potentially just stay in and see what it actually wants to do, and hit it with a couple more Scalds. That wouldn't necessarily be the worst thing in the world. We're going to be faster than that due to Sticky Web, so I can actually just go ahead and set up Acid Armor if I wanted to, but we're just going to go into Shade Man and take this chance to get Toxic Orb up before something, some other status wants to come my way. So it actually lowers the speed even further with Hammer Arm, And it does, actually, that's not horrible damage considering it's almost max defense Gliscor and resisted. So let's see, we could EQ, but I really don't want Noivern to come in for free. We could knock off, but knock off is 4 times resisted by this guy. So let's see what we're going to do. Could just set up Toxic, which, yep, that's nothing on his team is actually immune from Toxic. So again, team preview had so much stuff I would have done differently. I probably wouldn't have Spored turn 1 or turn 2. I probably would have just parting shot it out. If I had not known all this stuff, I might, maybe I wouldn't have set up Web because I would have thought, maybe stuff's immune to it. But anyway, a lot of thought process was definitely altered by us deciding to do team preview. So he hits Confusion. I think hit Confusion there on Hurricane, and that's probably going to prompt me to just switch right back out. Otherwise, I would just stay in here and Wish, Protect, and all that stuff while Toxic whittles this thing down. It's got wings. Surely it learns Roost, right? But I don't think I've ever seen anyone run Roost on a Noivern, so it's probably just going to be doomed to Toxic eventually. We don't have Stealth Rock to wear it down, but it will eventually go down. So here comes the Draco Meteor, just switching to Steel type, and takes it well enough. So now that it's got the special defense drop, I guess there's really no reason to set up a Totemize. All of his stuff is probably slow enough that Aegislash is going to outspeed it anyway with what is essentially a Scarf boost from the Sticky Web. So could just stay and go for an attack. Flamethrower, due to the half special attack, is not going to hurt too much. I'd still prefer to not take it, of course. Would rather just switch out to Vaporeon, who will no longer be confused and can proceed to just take him out with the Toxic, the Gliscor. Yeah, of course Gliscor landed. That's the only thing with source of Toxic on the team, so obviously that's what got landed on there. But anyway, thinking about it, bringing it down to the wire, he's going to withdraw and go into this thing, and I think that's actually what I was most afraid of, because, oh, here we go, Sacred Sword. Booyah! Knock it down to, like, what, single digits probably, and I think he said this was actually his Mega Kanga, which is definitely one of the scarier Megas there is. Could be, even at 1 HP, it can definitely still be a problem. Obviously, it would be immune to Shadow Sneak, not that I carry it on this, of course, as you guys know. But we do have 2 other sources of priority on the team in the form of Bullet Punch from Machamp and Sucker Punch from Mega Absol, so I'm not that concerned about it. We'll have a faster Sucker Punch. At least I would imagine we would. At least after Mega Evolving, we definitely would. I'm not actually sure how fast Mega Kanga is. I guess I don't really need to care anymore, eh? Anyway, so we are going to switch into Race Man and see what he wants to do. Just wants to fake out. I don't know if he intentionally didn't Mega Evolve or what happened there. Does Mega Evolving reset your fake out? I don't know. Anyway, we are going to get Mega Evolved here with Absol. And probably just go for Sucker Punch, as I guess expecting him to go for... It's resisted anyway, so... I don't know. Anyway, what else? Anyway, this thing comes in, and Sucker Punch fails, of course. So, we are faster than it, but I believe it's got passable physical bulk, I would imagine. I would not expect to one hit KO it from neutral with Mega Absol at any rate. So, probably just going to switch out here. And, Splash Woman has been pretty awesome at taking out Clawitzers, so I'm just going to continue to let her do that and maybe get some Water Absorb. Actually, we're going to sack off Color Man, looks like. I'm not really sure why we decided to do that. Oh, probably because Splash Woman is a little bit low on HP, and it would have been awesome, of course, if he had went for... Actually, we could have stayed in there because it was Dark Pulse. We could have stayed in, but I definitely do not fault myself for that. Don't want to let Mega Absol get waxed, not when it's a nice source of priority, and if we can get any sort of nice damage off on this thing, we'll be good to go. So dropping Guts Man, oh my goodness, Machamp is so good when you get Sticky Web up. Look at this, he's going to be able to outspeed so much stuff. It's like Scarf Machamp, but not. Scarfed Life Orb Machamp is kind of what is going on right here. And he's just going to withdraw and sack off Kangaskhan, which is perfectly fine by me. Now I don't have to worry about it potentially Mega Evolving and doing massive damage to stuff and things. Of course, it would keep the speed the turn it did Mega Evolve, so there's that to consider as well. I think I might actually be faster than it anyway with Machamp, so, and probably wouldn't care too much about Sucker Punch to resist. Anyway, so the Nidhogger comes in, or just Nidhogg. I don't know why I always want to put an R at the end, but I do. And Once again, Splash does not have sufficient hit points to be super comfortable with this thing. So I'm not sure what I actually want to do about it. I would definitely like to keep Gutsman around. I mean, with Sticky Web up, it's pretty awesome. So we're going to go back into Sword, who will also be a nice resist of Hurricane. But once again, Hurricane procs some nice confusion there. So Swordman is almost dead. I would like to keep him around once again. Maybe he will be inclined to go for Flamethrower here. I'm probably not doing sufficient calcs to determine if it's specs or anything like that. I haven't been seeing lefties, and I don't think I've been seeing Life Orb unless I have really not been paying attention. So, anyway, probably best to just go into Splash here. She definitely has enough, I think, to live one of minor things, and we do not get burned or anything off Flamethrower, so we should be good to just could either set up Protect or could just set up Wish. Decide to go for Wish and dodge a Meteor anyway, and that's really just throwing salt in the wound. He missed the Hurricane earlier. Granted, he did get 2 confusions off Hurricane, which affected things, so I guess there's that too. But definitely that Draco miss brings me down there. Granted, I would have just protected this turn and been probably fine, but now I'm more inclined to just take a hit and actually hit him and then protect myself back up. So I'm expecting a dark move, I would guess, just because last time I went into Gliscor, which would be neutral to dark versus resisting dark. So as much as I would like to pass this Wish off to Aegislash, we're actually, and because we're doing that, we're going to go into Gutsman, and go figure, he actually keeps with the fighting attack, and yep, there you go. I picked the wrong Pokemon. Should have went into, I guess Aegislash would have been best there to pass the Wish to. Gliscor would have been fine as well. But anyway, Gutsman goes down on the predicted Crunch. Yeah, I think it can learn Crunch. Anyway, so Swordman comes in now because as he can do some mad damage with Sacred Sword, and that is indeed what we're gonna do. Just to polish that thing off. Running low on HP from Life Orb, of course. But so in comes Blaziken, and you know, at this point he didn't show me Mega Kangaskhan. That's probably why he didn't Mega Evolve. Come to think of it. So that he could bluff the potential for this to be Mega as well, rather than just give it away when Mega Kanga was at that much HP, probably not going to be too effective. But we still have one priority user around, and I know sometimes these things will just protect turn 1 just to get the speed boost, so if that's the case, then maybe I can just Totemize, and that would be grand, as we would probably then be faster, and I don't know if he would know that, but anyway, so that's definitely what I'm considering here. But ultimately, we're just going to go for Shadow Ball because, well, yeah, we are. And then Swords Dance happens, and then Speed Boost happens. And I think he was a little... Well, no. Never mind. Oh, that's right. So, yeah, so now he's back to neutral speed. That's right. So he SD'd up. So he's back to neutral speed now. And we are going to... Let's see, it looks like he went for double... Yeah, he went for double Protect. And now we're just kind of going to make that... he's got +2 off the Swords Dance, but +2 Blaze Fire Attack might actually hurt. He goes for a High Jump Kick, however. I'm not sure what Fire Attack he had, if any. And why is the camera jerking around madly? My goodness. Anyway, future stuff. I do have a new webcam I'll be using to record, so we'll get the video quality up even better than this. Which I already thought this was pretty alright, except for the way parts of the screen are getting cut off. Anyway, so we get hit by Dark Pulse and critted, as I just wanted to get some damage on there, so that someone could come in. This is actually his last guy, and yep, got the crits. That's what Absolja Boy is there to herald. But however, Absol is actually not going to be the one who finishes it off. It's actually going to be Swordman who's going to take him out with a suicidal Shadow Ball, and that's going to wrap up the game. So yeah, Team Preview made a huge impact. Especially in those early turns where I knew it was safe to go for Spore. I knew that Sticky Web was going to be paramount. I knew he wasn't going to be able to get rid of it. I knew it was going to wreck his team. So all that good information to just go ahead and have right out of the gun. And I don't know, would have been interesting to see how it would have played out differently, how I would have played had the Team Preview not been on. But anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this. So we got 2 more after this, and that's going to be it for this series. So thanks for watching, guys. And see you for the next one against Andrew. Later days.